G'day, I'm Tyler Lovell from the Perth Thundersticks. Today I'm going to teach you one essential skill that's going to help you with your goalkeeping. It's going to keep you in the game longer and it's going to help with clearing the ball. Like all positions on the hockey field, you need to have an elite level of basic skills. Goalkeeping is no different. So today I'm going to teach you one exercise where you can control the ball at elite level, okay? All you need is a partner and a ball. You don't even need to be padded up. So when you go to kick the ball, you want to have your knee over the ball and your head over the ball. Okay, so if Alicia just rolls me the ball, see that? Everything's over the ball. And you can just do that really simple. This is going to give you the best opportunity to save the ball and control the ball wherever you want it to go. Yep. And that's the skill. As you can see, it's very simple. Good luck. And don't forget to give yourself the best chance of success. Choose fruit and water, fuel to go and play.
Good evening and welcome to Perth Hockey Stadium here at Curtin University. This round 18 clash of the All Flags and Banners Men's Premier League between Wasps and Old Aquinians. Both teams will be desperate to pick up all 3 points tonight. Aquinas to keep the pressure on for a top 2 spot, and Wasps, they'll want to keep their faint final hopes alive. My name's John Lee. Ashley Morrison I'm sitting in for Ashley Morrison, who currently is up in Tokyo enjoying the Olympic Games. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Until then, I'll be doing the games, and alongside me tonight is Chris Sorello. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you very much for having me.
How, as an old Wasp boy, I think you'd be hoping that they get up tonight. We'll have a look at the teams very briefly. And first up, it is the Wesley team. I think they're a bit light on for goals tonight, Chris.
Yeah, well, I think looking at one of their drag flickers, he's just walking off injured, limping. So hopefully Joe Walsh can get back in and make sure that he's fine to be able to play the game, because he's also one that can definitely offer some goals.
Cale Walsh, we've also heard, is out late this afternoon. Work commitments, we believe. And they've got some guys that are capable of getting the goals on the board. Paul Robinson scored 7 this year from the field, and Lewis Barrett's been putting a few away as well. So they do have a little bit of strike power up there in the open play.
Absolutely, the way they carry the ball and get to those goal-scoring positions is phenomenal.
For Old Aquinas, well, they'll be looking on their short corner battery, you'd think, tonight to get them home. Aaron Kleinschmidt, a former Kookaburra, he's scored 10. They've also got, if I can look at my notes, Chaz Davies, he's got 8 from the penalties.
Yep, so that's Stephen Davies'
Yeah.
son. And Aaron Kleinschmidt was a Victorian, prolific goal scorer. He's always sneaking around the goals, and his hands and the way he's very smooth with the ball to be able to turn and score.
Just looking at these teams, I was thinking, is it a battle of defences or a battle of attacks? Is it going to be more important to get goals or keep them out?
I think there'll be definitely a battle of defence. I think they're both very strong defensively, so trying to score goals will be a challenge both ends. But hopefully, for the viewers at home, we get to see quite a few goals.
And as we mentioned before, it is an important game for both teams tonight. When you look at the the All Flags and Banners Premier League table for the men, Aquinas are currently sitting in 3rd place, but they do have a game in hand over everybody else they'll be competing with. They're on 36 points. Wesley South Perth, they've only won the 7 games this year. They're on 26 points, just a game behind the 5th place YMCA Coastal City on 29 points.
Which would just get you into the finals, sneaking into the top 5.
It would indeed. Now, Wasps, after this game, have Curtin, Old Guildford, Fremantle and Hale to come. You'd think they could probably win 3 of those games there. So tonight is very important if they're going to try and force their way in.
Absolutely. And there's others that will play amongst themselves in the top 5. So there's definitely a few points there which will be shared.
And for the Reds, this is a big chance to pick up some points and put some real pressure on the top 2 teams. They're on 36 points, just 2 behind 2nd place Vic Park. Melbourne might be a little bit far ahead of them, but top 2 is where you want to be finishing.
Absolutely. Going to the finals, you want as much confidence as you can, and taking the opportunities where you can. And playing finals is a different game, as can be seen in and amongst the Olympics that are in the quarterfinals that are coming up.
Been keeping an eye on the Olympics?
Oh, absolutely. Obviously following Australia as well as India.
Absolutely. Now teams are just making their way out to the centre there. We'll be getting this game underway very, very, very shortly. A big shout out too to the boys from the Northwest Strikers in Sydney. Apparently they're listening tonight. One of their old teammates is out there playing, Lee Cormack. We'll try and pick him up during the call. Hello guys, hope you enjoy the game. And apparently he escaped COVID, so he had to get over here to get some hockey, and they're all very jealous because they're not playing any at all. The official start to the game. The photos. Do you remember doing this as a player?
I think Hockey WA put a lot of time and effort into making sure there's some new sponsors, which is fantastic. And, obviously looking after the sponsors keeps the sport growing.
Of course, those sponsors being All Flags and Banners. They are the naming right partner for the All Flags Men's and Women's Premier League, a family-owned business with over 30 years of innovative signage solutions. You can visit allflags.com.au to get more, find out more. The game's just about to get underway, waiting for the umpires to give the final all clear, checking the goals. The goalies putting their kit on, and our players generally standing around in the middle as you do. The umpires tonight, I think that's a bit too small for me to read. Maybe you can.
Lee Nguyen and Logan Powell.
Okay, there's a couple of Logan's certainly an experienced umpire.
Absolutely.
And just waiting for the umpires to return to position.
Yeah, goalkeeper just sorting out the PCD gear.
That's everybody else's gear, of course, not his own protective gear.
Yep. So for the least amount of touches has the most amount of equipment.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I've seen a lot more of that sort of stuff creep into the game in the last few years. It's good to see from an old fullback's point of view.
Yeah, there's nothing like standing on the post in the good old days with not much,
game,
maybe a box.
And we're underway. It was Reds with the pushback to start the game. And as usual, the ball ends up somewhere in the defence being thrown around, giving everybody a bit of a touch.
Yep. So Wasps just sitting back here towards a half line and just letting them, compressing the space.
Good pick up there from the Reds player, but it's slipped over the sideline.
Aaron Kleinschmidt, he's one to watch for the game today.
Wesley now in possession, or Wasps. It's an old school habit, that one.
So good spread.
Now, the last time I saw them, Wasps play, Chris, they played pretty much a half-court press. As soon as there was a free hit in the back line, they just bang onto that halfway line.
Ball came back around, just hit a hedgehog straight over the stick over the sideline.
Reds in attack. Looking for some movement.
Adrian Lockley here on the ball. He's a big part of the Aquinas team.
Now off a Wesley stick there. Played on nicely. Oh, I thought...
Just a interesting tackle there from Jamie Walsh. Quite interesting to see him up near the right wing. Normally plays fullback. Also one of their drag flickers, so also one to keep an eye out for.
Wesley looked like they were about to break out, but they've turned the ball over. That's off a foot there. So Aquinas will be looking to play it into the D there. Of course, they've got to move the ball 5 yards before it goes in. See if they've got a set play or whether they'll just play on.
So that fella on the ball, Jack Hayes, was part of the Australian team before, has good skills and can score goals.
He's played on immediately. He would have been short of the 5 yards, I would have thought, but Wesley has the ball.
Slight foot, but...
Well, just taken out by the stick there in the tackle. That's probably not the best overhead. Wouldn't be looking at that replay. And Wesley pick it up.
Good
midfield.
tackle. Well, he's been called for obstruction.
A third man, I think it was there. It's not one you see terribly often.
No, they've definitely changed the rules a fair bit with that, the ability to carry the ball between the ball and the tackler.
Now it's Aquinas just fiddling around. They're looking deep there. It's gone a sideline ball.
Straight into the pocket. This is where Aquinas step out and put a fair bit of pressure. So the longer you take it, everyone gets marked up and you start playing in smaller space, which is not what you want to see.
And it looks like they're prepared to press up on the hit too.
Yep, long overhead out. Straight down the throat, the free defender.
It's a good break down the side there. The wing. They'll keep possession, Aquinas. Still haven't been able to effectively penetrate the D, but here they have a chance. Great
Brenda
shot.
Bez just slipping. Nearly a corner.
Thought he might have been playing that for the corner there for a moment, but took the shot on the top back stick. Here they go again, Aquinas pressing up high on Wasps.
And this is a Thundersticks player, Brenda Bez. Has got a big engine. You'll see him run over the top of Aquinas through the midfield.
That's Aquinas from the sideline. Once again around the back there. Good ball out to the right.
Yep.
But somewhat wasted down the sideline.
Just missed a connection.
Yeah.
I think the ability just to control the ball on your stick and then find a pass.
Well, they've nearly picked it off there, Aquinas. Not sure what he was thinking with that pass. It would have gone to the player on the inside there, but he's thrown it out wide, or tried to, nearly picked off by Aquinas.
Yep, that's that player, Aaron Kleinschmidt. So played quite a few games for Australia, as well as quite a talented striker for Victoria that I've played with for many years.
Currently sitting fourth on the goal scoring table.
Yep, probably could have had one there to add to his tally.
That's a good trap and move there. And he played into the D. There's a chance, but the goalkeeper's out and clears to the sideline. It'll be Aquinas once again. They've had most of the forward play so far in this quarter. We're only 5 minutes in, but they certainly had most of the opportunities, the better opportunities.
Yep.
Picks up a foot there.
Joel Minton, Trent Minton's brother, over playing for Australia at the moment in the Olympics.
Oh, good cry. That's a great goal. That is an absolutely sensational goal. The ball coming in from deep on the right, and That's the place to be, isn't it? Right in front of goals, Chris.
And we were just talking about him as well. I think that adds to his tally. I think that's number 11.
It is indeed. 11, Aaron Kleinschmidt there. That was an absolutely ripping goal, and it's almost textbook.
Just got to get in the right place at the right time, and he's always good for that. As a striker, he doesn't like to do a lot of running.
Hope my teammates were watching that particular piece of play. Now it's Wesley in possession. They've fallen 1 goal behind 5 minutes into this first quarter. Here at Curtin University of Perth Hockey Stadium. They're being pushed back and back as
good touch by Joe.
Yeah, just enough there. No, I know it's early, Chris, but they don't really need to think about changing too much at this stage, do they? They just play what you think's going to happen.
I just think the ability to get some people forward. So this is the first time now Wasps have attacked him with attacking 25.
And they thought they should have had a free hit there, I think.
It did hit a red foot, but good chase by Brent. That's that big engine.
Now that's a good ball. There's a bit of space there. And charge into the 25. Now can they get some circle penetration?
That's Bayman. He's got some good speed. So I think for Wasps, they just need to be able to get a few more people ahead of the ball, so there's a few passes. At the moment, they're playing with a lot of space in front of them, so Aquinas are quite quick, so they have the ability to get back and defend.
And they go into that half-court press again, the Wasps. Reds playing forward, though. Some nice work along the sideline there.
There's Robinson. Can play.
And he's got a few goals to his name this year. 7 from the field. Deep in that right corner again. We couldn't get the cross in. Nice little tap over the sideline just to hold play up there.
Daniel Rainey has got very good skills, can play midfield or a striker.
And he's quick too.
Very quick. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be chasing anymore anyway.
Well, they break down the left there. Was well picked up.
It's a good tackle.
19. Once again, defending strong. A bit of a wrestle going on behind play.
Yeah, that's Jack Hayes.
Oh, nice touch on the ball
Good
there.
touch. Good speed.
Oh, well picked off by the Aquinas defender there.
So that's Rourke. I had him at the Rick Charlesworth Classic as one of my defenders. Very good eye. Simple and solid player.
That's a great ball across the D. Oh, it was a wide shot. He had perhaps a bit more time to line it up a bit better, but the pressure they're applying in this first few minutes is...
Absolutely. He just needed to settle himself before he got to that position, and he had a lot more time than what he thought.
Yeah, looking for the free hit there, the Wasp player, but it wasn't to be, so Aquinas back in possession.
As Wasps sit again at half court. So trying to make the space as small as they can so you have less time with the ball once the ball gets to the midfield.
Ball just coming off the Wesley stick there for a sideline push, and it's a great ball forward.
Nice quick free hit.
Unable to be trapped though, and the ball will be relieved by Wasps. To Rainey. Cops a little bit of a bump, and yeah, I think that was fair enough, umpire.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, just.
Oh,
that's a great work of overhead there. That
good
rule.
Speed. Yeah, it's changed so much.
Oh. And here come Aquinas again, looking to break into the circle. That's a nice little jig in. He's found a foot just on the edge. Set play, or are they just going to play on? He's just playing on.
He's got some good hands.
And nicely picked up there, but some great defensive work from Wasps. Kyle Foster there, unfortunately turning it over, so it's Aquinas straight back into attack.
Yeah.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
But he maintains possession, Aquinas. It still maintains possession.
Good strong on the ball. That's what needs to be done. I always get worried when you have a striker back there running with the ball, doing 360s.
Yeah, it's not a comfortable feeling.
No, not as two defenders, that's for sure. You don't want to see any of that.
There's a lot of work there from the Wasps defenders, though, to work that ball out, and hasn't ended up turning into anything for them. It'll be Aquinas from the sideline, but they're expending a lot of energy at the moment. Here comes Aquinas again down the left side. It's working towards the D. And a nice little turn there on the ball, but it's picked up the free hit.
Just hit a foot as they try to clear the ball.
Now,
So important to just be 5 metres, otherwise you give a penalty corner away.
it goes right back to near the half line this time. They're still looking for that gap, Aquinas. They're not being rushed at all at this stage. That's a good little tap on the reverse there.
Yep.
Finds a foot just on the edge of the D. Played on. He's picked off by the Wesley defence, though. It probably wasn't the best play. And once again, Wesley being made to work hard to try and work this ball out of defence. And there's a lovely little push in the back. Is he going to get a bit of cheese for that one? No.
Oh, that's his second one, Jack Hayes. He does like to play quite tough.
Yeah, he was behind the player too. I think they don't. It happens from behind. They don't usually like that.
No, they've had a few good bustles already. So you can see this is an issue for Wasps at the moment. They've got one sort of guy high-ish, but the ball's been.
It's Rainey picking up. And he's got a great pass in there. A chance at the top of the deep, and it picked up a short corner.
So the ball just lifted, rolled off onto his body. So
Jamie Walsh down
Jamie
there.
Walsh, normal central defender. He snuck high, playing a position there. He's done well.
It was a great ball that he received too. He found himself in that space, but he was picked out nicely.
And for those young fellas, the way that Daniel Rainey picked up that ball and had his eyes looking forward, that's what creates the opportunities.
So we'll see what they've got for us off the short corner now. Wasps.
So you've got Kyle Potter and Jamie Walsh. Both can flick well. They've also got the outside ball to Bryn DeBez, number 5 on the outside, can run in for deflections too.
Is the injection. Good trap. It's just gets stuck on the turf almost there with the stick, and Aquinas clear very easily.
Yeah, and that was Jack Hayes again, doing the running, defensive running.
Did just look like his stick got caught in the turf a little bit. I don't know if it's getting caught, but maybe it's a bit dry out there.
It just happens if you take your eye off the ball just when you pick the ball up, it can just roll off the end of your stick. So it looked like he was trying to step right to step around the runner, which just means it opens up the space to be able to score.
Now it's Wasp putting a bit of pressure on at the moment. They've had a couple more forays forward. They looked a bit more assured.
Yeah, it's nice to see them rotating the ball a bit.
That was a speculative ball at best. It'll be Reds to get up the free hit out, I believe it's called these days. Free out.
Free out, yeah.
Free out. Oh, the 16, as you probably hear me refer to it as for the rest of the game.
Well, just a change of terminology around the world.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting after living in a few different countries around the world, Holland and India. Everyone's got their different words for the same thing. And funny enough, they're still in English.
That is. Here's Wesley now, or Wasps. It's looking down the line, but it didn't go too far down the line before it found itself over the line, right on the 25-yard line. Yeah.
You see that? Just a bit of topspin. I think thought he's been out in the tennis court. That's a bit, Joel. Mitten. There you go, he's made up for it. Good run.
It's turned over though.
Stripped at the end. What do they say? Commentator's curse.
Yeah. I call it the 1, 2, 3 rule. You can go past one, you can go past two, but the third one always gets you.
Yeah. No, I just like to pass. Let someone else do the running.
Looking deep here, trying to open up the space. It is pressing far higher than Wasps are Aquinas at the moment. They really do have making this Wasp defence work hard.
Good tackle.
That's a defender's tackle.
Adrian Lockley played for NT for a long time,
that's
Australian
a good
Hockey League.
ball into the open there. Oh, shot on goal. Just wide. Ball bobbled into the D there. Thought it was going to be easily picked off by the Wasps' defence, but the little bobbly one goes in, and it's amazing how easy they are to miss those ones.
They're the hardest ones because you know there's pressure coming, it's slow, it's spinning.
That's a good ball to Rainey, and a great ball off to this.
Yeah, good ball, that's a ball.
Oh, that's another great ball. Shot on goal. Oh, great work from the goalkeeper. Goal to 16 on that. Lining up for the tomahawk on the reverse there, and great stick save, and that is quarter time.
Didn't have to swing. It's important for those young kids out there. Keep the ball in your stick, especially if you don't know where the goalkeeper or defender is.
And it's Reds who are taking a 1-0 lead into quarter time here at the Perth Hockey Stadium for the All Flags, Signs and Banners Men's Premier League. We'll be back shortly.
Name and shame. Reggie's giving it to him.
He is.
Put Duncan Pierce out too.
And welcome back to Curtin University for this All Flags, Signs and Banners Men's Premier League match between Old Aquinas and Wasps. And it is the Reds in the lead 1-0 here at quarter time. Certainly, Wasps have been made to work hard so far, Chris.
They have. They've been pretty much falling away, and that means they're chasing the ball most of the time.
And you could say this is the battle of the Ians today. We've got Ian Bircher coaching the Wasp team, Ian Smythe coaching the Reds, and Bircher sounded like he was giving the troops a little bit of a bake there.
Absolutely, I think just the basic skill level and what he expects. You could hear it from up here, so that was it's good to be able to give the young guys a bit of a rev up, I think.
Now we're back underway, Aquinas in possession. Some pressure coming there from Wasps. Working down the right wing. Good pressure there from Zed Bess. He's made 2 or 3 tackles there and finally forced the ball over the sideline, but certainly held up that attacking foray.
I think it's Paul Robinson. He does a lot of hard work, a lot of hard running. So I think looking at a few guys on the sideline at quarter time, there's been a few guys from Wasps injured, so there are a few guys like Daniel Rainey, who's normally a midfielder, now playing sort of a centre striker or a deep attacking midfielder.
Boss with the ball, looking down the wing, not presenting quick enough. But he's managed to force the free hit. And that's a great overhead to a leading Rainey. Great! Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was going in. What a fantastic effort. It's come off the goalkeeper, I believe. He's called a long corner, the umpire. But that was vision, and it was a great lead.
Great overhead, and just put your foot down and went through.
That's a great ball in, but unable to be picked off by Wasps. So it's now Aquinas breaking down that right wing. Just trying to hold the ball up a little bit.
Good tackle there by Potter.
Back with Potter, he lays the ball off now. It's Rainey in the middle. He's another deft touch from him there. Just slightly the wrong angle, but gee, he creates, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. So that's what I was saying. He's playing sort of as a centre striker, but inverted, so he comes back to help out the midfield. And then obviously explodes forward and nearly scored that magical goal just then. Jack Hayes, great tackle.
Couldn't get that ball through the Wasps.
Great tackle by Gibbs, who's playing more of a free defender.
Now it's Wesley moving forward again. That's a great pickup on the D, the top of the D there. Running through the baseline, just looking for that cross ball, but it's sent over the sideline.
Yeah, it was good timing. Nearly there. Brenda Bears running from the half line nearly to get that touch.
Now Wesley with possession again on the back stick, looking for a ball into the D, but the umpires, I think he's called that one for the back of the stick.
Yeah, so when the ball bounces or it kind of has that loop to it, umpires pretty much call that for back of the stick, which I think is reasonable. I think it's more of a poor execution of skill that it should be called for.
I'd agree with you there. Now Wesley's pushed up a bit higher on their press. But, just come off the Aquinas player there. Daniel Robertson just couldn't keep it under control. Wasps again trying to work it out of this defence. It's another good little tap on from
Rainey. He's got a few touches so far in this first quarter and a bit.
You can see he's clearly thinking a lot further ahead than himself too.
Yeah, being able to come back and create. It's quite a good position to play. So you can attack and defend. Good receive by Bryn DeBez.
It just rolls off the ball there a little bit.
Yeah.
Gives it up. Here's Aquinas now breaking down the right. Good ball back on the inside into the D, and a great defensive effort there.
By Bryn.
Yeah, one end to the other. Picked off.
Oh.
Just couldn't get that pass.
Nice play. Jamie Walsh.
Yeah, Jamie Walsh.
Oh,
that's another one. Here comes the card. That's a green card for the Aquinas player. Just trying to catch his number there, number 6, Ben Wright.
Yep.
Having a 2-minute set down.
Originally from England. Good defender. I had him at the Rick Charlesworth Classic as well. Did a lot. He does a lot of good, hard defensive work for the team.
This is good work from Wesley up the left there. Just couldn't get the ball onto the end of their stick, unfortunately. Gave away a free hit. Just a bit of a stick check there. Aquinas to relieve.
It was a good position again. That's Joel Mitten, so he's playing left defender. So he's gone from left defender all the way to nearly the back post.
Good pick up there. There's a lot of pressure being applied.
Brodie Foster, very strong, quick, just hasn't had much ball.
Looking for the inside channel there, but it's missed everybody and ended up way back down deep in defence for Waspies. Aquinas have no intention to chase that one up though. They're quite hang back in the half court this time. It's some good play down the wing there.
Yeah, can play. He's very fast, this fella.
Unfortunately, he's been picked off there. So it's Aquinas once again with the ball. Oh, great work. Good tackle.
Just needs to just slow himself a bit on the ball.
Now can Aquinas work this one out? Oh,
just a slight mistrap from the young fella.
Yeah, Chaz Davies there. He's managed to put away 8 goals this year, so he's doing all right in the forward line.
Absolutely. Just making sure that you're going to be as focused.
Oh, that's a good trap. That's a good trap. That's Aquinas.
It's a good tackle too.
Davies, yeah.
The foot there.
There's a lot of body work going on there. What's the umpire going to say? It'll go Aquinas' way.
I think he just missed that. There's quite a few bodies in between him and the ball.
There was.
That's good. A little bit of a challenge. It does look like Jamie Walsh has got a bit of an Achilles or calf injury the way he's running.
Yeah,
but I'd have him on the team anyway. Just brings up the spirits of the guys.
Just get him to hang around at the top of the D there.
Yep. It was a bit scary when he got the ball on the top of the circle though. I think he didn't know what to do. As most defenders, I'll probably be the same.
That's Ross. Ball into midfield there. Best again, and he's played on from that free hit. He's going to get called back though. So it appears as though Wasps have got a lot more of the midfield this particular quarter, in the second quarter here, and they've certainly putting far more pressure on the Aquinas back line.
Yeah. You'd like to think as a coach that that comes from, the good rev up at halftime.
Good ball into the D there. That's the best. She's picked up.
No, Robinson.
Robinson, sorry.
Amazing. That's not 5 metres, but...
they've let all of that play on without much what's going on at all. And there's a free hit. Slow the game down nicely. Just take it on. That's an overhead. That's a good ball down the wing. Picked off there. Ian Stickley there for Wasps, just getting a stick to it. Taking their time here, Aquinas, rushing anything. It's a good little jig down the corner there, but unable to be picked up, so once again, leaving the pressure Wasps.
Good ball to Bryn. He's sitting just in the pocket and in between off the left foot of a lot of Aquinas players.
He's got Rainey down the line. Is he going there? No. It's a big speculator, that one, and it's ended up over the back line. Tempo's come off a little bit at this stage. Just looking for that opening, very patient there, Aquinas.
Here comes the pressure.
Now they press on.
Makes it always difficult here with your left half in that position with your back to where you're going forward.
Rainey there, looking for the obstruction free hit, isn't there, but they've maintained possession. That's a great ball out to the wing. Can they keep it in? They can. Plenty of time and space to pick up a pass here. That's come off the Wesley stick.
Long corner.
Yes.
They do keep trying to find Aaron Kleinschmidt. He's a big part of this team, and the control he has up there really drives Aquinas.
And it's obvious that the Wasp defence too is very wary of him being up there. There's the ball into the D. It's off the Wasp stick again for another long corner.
Gibbs again, right place.
Cleared that circle out. There goes the short pass. Well picked off by Wasps. The defence there. It's Rainey over the ball. Looking for that reverse stick shot. He's given away the free hit.
Two old heads there. Adrian Lockley and Kleinschmidt. Very good tackle.
He thought he was going to get more than that, I think, Kleinschmidt, but it is just the long corner. Playing on immediately. Ball into the D. Here comes Kleinschmidt. Has he got around it? Oh, just narrowly missing to the close side there.
Just the ability to control the ball, turn, and have that good shot.
And they are looking for it. They definitely want to get the ball to him. Here we go again. Down the right. It seems like they're playing down that right channel quite easily at the moment. Just can't get that final pass to really get into the D.
Yeah, just that last connection.
Yeah.
They're definitely just missing.
Here we go again, but found a foot, and so it will be Wasps to relieve the pressure. Just under 5 minutes to go. Before half time here. Still working hard back. Wasps.
Yep. So similar to Aquinas, just slightly zonal, so they cover more space. And guys like this, Jack Hayes, also very quick.
Rainey turned it over, but then made a great trap on the reverse side. That's a good ball looking for...
And that's Adrian Lockley again. So I think he's probably played 15 or 16 seasons in the Australian Hockey League for the Northern Territory. Just a good engine and does a lot of hard work.
At that time, though, they couldn't get out of defence, and it's Wesley. Cole Potter now breaking forward.
Bit Robinson.
He's looking, here's some space, but they can't find that little gap into the D. Looking for a free hit, but not much in that one. So it'll be a long corner in favour of Wasps. Another little short pass there. Smashed into the D. It's come off the red stick. And they're the ones you worry about too, aren't they? They just get smashed in. You don't know which way they're going to bounce.
Absolutely.
Bobble. They can go any direction.
And you don't know where your defender or where the attacker is either, which becomes very difficult.
Cole Potter over the ball again, sends the overhead into the D, which is unfortunately for Wasps a free out. Of course, you can't play the ball into the D.
Just trying to be quite clever there.
Yeah.
So I think what's important there when you get caught is maybe shift the ball. So take off, something will happen, someone has to come to you, and then you can actually play.
It's a good burst down the right there from Aquinas. It's Kleinschmidt again, isn't it? He's just hunting them up. They've been very patient in that bottom corner, and they've forced an error too. It's gone over the sideline off the Wesley stick. So once again, Aquinas find themselves deep in that right-hand corner. They've had plenty of practice at these. Let's see if they can pull something off.
Good low tackle.
Great low tackle.
He's on it again.
Cleared.
And just PC. Good turn and just waited till the defender landed and placed it on his foot.
Yeah, they've been pretty good at the penalty corner this year, Aquinas. They'd be feeling fairly confident about getting this one, you think?
You always want to say yes, but it looks like they're not sure who's going to push at the moment. I just heard the coach call out and trying to...
You might hear him in the background there.
Yep. But, yeah, there's definitely guys that can flick. Brody Foster, yeah, he's got a pretty good movement. And then Aaron Kleinschmidt was always a sort of second, third, fourth flicker for Victoria.
Here's the injection. It's a good trap. Plenty of time on the shot. They've done the layoff. Good shot, but it's been pulled up for dangerous there. It was high. He was looking for that top corner.
Yeah, quite a...
player instead. Now it's Wesley.
I always like to say you play your first one straight and give the guy confidence. But when you've got confidence in, or you're worried about the person that can run the ball down.
Here's Aquinas again with an opportunity in the D. That's 2 entries they've made, but been tackled off the ball twice now. Great pass out wide. It's a shot off the reverse. Ball's not cleared yet. It looks like the ball came off the body there, but no call from the umpire. He has made a call, but it's the other way. It'll be a 16. Reds player remonstrating there.
Yeah, Robinson not happy. First of all, I think a back stick, and then again get caught in the wrong angle as an umpire. You can only blow whatever you see.
Yeah, us it looked like it came off the body, but he had no idea, unfortunately, the umpire. It's Reds retaining possession. Good ball down the line there.
He's quick, Foster.
Good running. Great running from Foster, but it's found a Wesley stick to end up over the line. That was a really good lead.
Just use the space well. That's what they need to do, is throw the ball and run onto it, not sit in the space.
Smashed him.
Just like that. It needs to be just a roll. It's got to be a pass instead of just a, what we used to say, hit and hope.
There's no hope there. That's a poor 16. That's, I would have thought, a stick check on the top of the D, but not to be.
Potter did quite well to try or not get carded then.
Oh, I think so.
So
Now breaking down into that right-hand corner again. It's Aquinas, Kleinschmidt, I think, and they pulled up the short corner. I think he actually was a bit upset he got called there. He wanted to have the shot, but just 26 seconds to go. Time has been called.
He's pretty good when the ball's on his stick, and he's comfortable and calm. He's got some of the best hands that I've played with internationally or domestically. So, yeah, he can create.
And don't forget, Healthway, a proud supporter of Hockey WA. Be at your best on and off the field. Choose healthy options with fuel to go and play. And injections coming here now. Just 26 seconds on the clock, and they make it count before half-time. That's the shot on goal. Great trap from the fullback there, straight in front. That's number Potter again.
Potter again, yep. He's definitely got a few touches in the last 5 minutes, that's for sure.
They're the ones you love as a fullback, though, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah.
Ball into the top of the D there, but bunched away by Wasps. So that, one more, maybe an opportunity for a short corner. The ball into the D.
Yep.
It's gone harmlessly over the sideline. That will be half-time. And the All Flags Signs and Banners Men's Premier League match. It's Reds versus Wasps. And at half-time, Reds have the lead, 1-0. We'll be back with more.
G'day, I'm Tyler Lovell from the Perth Thundersticks. Today I'm going to teach you one essential skill that's going to help you with your goalkeeping. It's going to keep you in the game longer and it's going to help with clearing the ball. Like all positions on the hockey field, you need to have an elite level of basic skills. Goalkeeping is no different. So today I'm going to teach you one exercise where you can control the ball at elite level, okay? All you need is a partner and a ball. You don't even need to be padded up. So when you go to kick the ball, you want to have your knee over the ball and your head over the ball, okay? So if Alicia just rolls me the ball, see that? Everything's over the ball. And you can just do that really simple. This is going to give you the best opportunity to save the ball and control the ball wherever you want it to go. Yep. And that's the skill. As you can see, it's very simple. Good luck. And don't forget to give yourself the best chance of success. Choose fruit and water, fuel to go and play.
And welcome back to Curtin University. At the Perth Hockey Stadium, it is the All Flags Signs and Banners Men's Premier League. And Aquinas are 1-0 leaders over WASPs here at half-time. A big game for both clubs. A lot will be determined by the outcome of this game for the future of both of their seasons. Chris Sorello, what do you make of the first half?
I think there's been quite a few different momentum shifts. So Wasps were quite good at the start, just sort of sitting around half court and pressing, and then Aquinas snagged a goal against a run, and then it's been toing and froing for most of that first half, and then Aquinas with a couple of corners towards the end have made a few more opportunities, so I'm looking forward to the second half.
Would there be anything you'd suggest to the coaches?
Yeah, I'd definitely suggest a Wasp to get some players ahead of the ball. So that lengthens the field, and then you have midfielders like Brenda Bears and Sampson that can run with the ball, and that creates when you've also got to pass ahead. So that'll create more opportunities. And then Aquinas is just about being smarter and finishing that second pass or that final pass.
And it's Wasps who get things underway here in the second half, chasing down that 1-goal advantage held by Aquinas. There's a free hit paid there. Now the Aquinas player's gone down. We can't see his number at the moment. But both sides seem to think they're hard done by on that particular decision, but I thought it was definitely onto the knee there.
Yeah, Brody Foster.
That's it, yeah.
Well, one of those, you're hoping that, while you have to mark him, that might just slow him down a little bit.
He has been lively around the ball this evening. Now, everybody settle back down again. We can get the game underway.
And he started.
That's a ball wide to the left. They're defending deep here, Wasps, at the moment. To the right, looking forward there.
It's a good trap.
It's a good little run there from Chaz Davies, but he hasn't made the most of it. It's been turned over for Wesley to relieve a little bit of pressure anyway. It's a much higher press being put on there by Aquinas.
Absolutely. You need to be able to get out and put pressure. I love the press. If you win the ball up the field, you've got less space and less metres to make before you score a goal.
And that ball was essentially just thrown away there. Just ended up over the baseline for the Reds. They work it back up the field. Here comes the chase from Wesley, but no avail. Still possession. A good ball out there to the left and a great little touch on there.
Climb spin on the outside.
It's on the reverse. He's got the ball. Oh, he's just picked up a free hit.
That was Ben Wright, the left defender, English gentleman.
I think he's called that for back of the stick again, hasn't he?
Back of the stick, yeah. There's that sort of loop on the ball.
It's a good, nice little touch there. Once again, off Rainey. Couldn't keep control of the ball. Now Aquinas.
That's a good pickup.
Off the foot there of the Aquinas player, and then played directly onto the foot of the Wasp player. So it'll be just a play on situation. Aquinas have the ball. Nice little pass into that. Davies there down in the inner channel.
And a near intercept from Gibbs. So he's a good tackler.
He picked his poke there. He's played way back to the half line by Aquinas. Trying to drag that defence out. It's a great ball into the D, but bunted away.
Ooh.
Bit of body work there. It's a free hit. I didn't think it was much more than that, though.
Just got to be careful swinging across like that. Just doesn't look nice.
Certainly, I wouldn't say there was any intent there, but the intent was for the ball. You just happened to be in the way, mate.
Well, as a true defender spoken.
Yes. That's a great ball there from Brandon Gibbs. Basically straight across field from left to right, but just couldn't get a stick on it.
There's just that misconnections both sides at the moment. Just the ability to stay switched on and in the game. Quite interesting that Wasps, when they're pressing out, they're a bit more zonal, but they're looking to intercept. So we talked when coach the Indian team, for example, you talk about intercepting versus tackling. So as you can see, Aquinas are actually tackling the ball. So you get your stick in and around the ball versus intercepting. So
some good ball. There's an interesting tackle. It's ball still with Wasp's favour though. No whistle into the D, onto the reverse. He's working along that baseline. Are you going to look for a short corner? No, pass back. And it was a big slap shot there, Brindabes.
Yep, just a little bit too far on the right-hand side.
He was set up in a nice position, just couldn't get the direction correctly. And there goes Wesley into that half-court press again. Now, what can Aquinas make of this? Robertson working well, nice down the right-hand side. Ball pops up, but played over the back line there.
Gibbs again.
Yep.
And Jack Hayes, he's just come back from Wollongong, New South Wales. His girlfriend pregnant, pretty close to the same time, weren't you? Want to be back in WA with their family. So he's a great pickup after playing last year and winning a premiership with them.
And that is Wesley taking the ball from the sideline. Looking for that, I could almost see that happening, looking at that one left, but it's been picked off by Aquinas. And that is
It's a good chase by Brindabez, and that was Adrian Lockley.
Number 5 for Aquinas. Plays the ball into the D. It's into that danger spot without much authority, but it's come off a foot. So that will be a short corner, a penalty corner. Oh, showing my age. That will be a penalty corner to Aquinas. Now, they've looked pretty impressive so far in the couple of corners they've had. Of course, scoring a goal off one.
Will be interesting to see what the coach, Ian Smythe's call. There's always a bit of conflict between what's happening, players on the field, and then you wanting to flick.
For all the latest All Flags Premier League news and information, including behind-the-scenes videos, interviews and news, head to Hockey WA's website, hockeywa.com.au. There's the injection. Good trap. It's laid off. A nice little... Oh, just... Couldn't get that final pass away. Nice little variation to the back line there, but it was well defended by Wesley.
Yep. Ben Wright having that shot and well covered. It's quite smart. So he just put his stick and glove over the ball, which incorporates that bit of a swing, which means that you get a free hit.
Oh, some nice work there. It's Brindabez again. Just managed to hold control and pick up the free hit there. Yeah, everybody's looking straight down the middle of the field at the moment.
Yeah. It's quite nice to see that Wasps have got a few players higher.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be the right connection between the lines, between the players that are in those zones.
It was a good ball down the right there, but unfortunately not able to be trapped. I think that's Joel Mitten over there. And swings back to the other right, Aquinas right.
Right-hand side's the easiest side to play.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they've actually had a lot of penetration from that right-hand side in this game.
Yep. They're sitting sort of two in the middle, and that's what they keep happening, is that they're... that's Rourke on the ball.
It's a nice little break there from...
what they keep
David
doing
Anderson.
is the left.
Oh, that's a great ball.
Walsh.
Max Bain just not able to keep the ball under control. But it was a great ball, and he was in good position.
He was in good position.
It's half of the battle sometimes.
Yeah. Tackle.
Matheson G just...
Good tackle again.
He's going for it though. Oh, that's a great ball. Kleinschmidt over the back, taking on the goalie, but well done goalie. Stood his ground and took out Kleinschmidt's stick.
And cleared the ball out by himself.
He did indeed, outside the D. It was a lovely bit of play. James Richardson there in the pads.
That's a good ball from Brindabez, little pop over the top.
They're broken into the D there. Now it's Wesley's chance. It's a cross goal off Rainey, and it's in. It's been called a goal. I think there's a bit of an argument going on here.
It was an amazing lift as he carried the ball with his stick and lifted along the back line.
There was a lot of confusion in that goal face. He did very well to get it even near the beginning, top of the goal face. I think that's number 17, Paul Robertson, has scored that particular goal. So it's 1-1 here, 7 minutes to go in quarter number 3 of the All Flags banners, signs and banners men's Premier League match here. Aquinas versus Wasps. It's been a fairly even tussle, it must be said. As you mentioned at half-time, been going a bit each way at different times, the momentum changing between the teams.
Yep. No, they've both gotten into some good positions. It's just clinical in the circle.
And here's
finishing.
Aquinas looking for the instant reply, but they've given up the free hit.
And so you can see the difference. If you take quick free hits like Brindabez did then, you then get to the space.
Straight into the back there. That'll be another free hit. He's played on. Very good play there.
Yep, Samson very fast.
White to G, but he's turned it over. Daniel Rainey. What a surprise.
Another intercept from Rainey.
That must be at least half a dozen he's picked up tonight already.
Yep. I think he looks a little bit more comfortable in the midfield as opposed to... Ooh, tough ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't be playing him wide on the right, left, that's for sure. But he seems to be drifting back further into that midfield now as Wesley look to move the ball forward. They seem to be taking a bit more of their time about it too.
Yeah, they look a lot more comfortable on the ball.
Oh, that's not a great ball. He tried to get it out wide here, but turned over.
It was a good
That's a running
tackle
race.
by Jack Hayes.
I think it's been given a free out. I think the Aquinas player thought there might have been a foot involved there, but not to be.
I think just after the back line.
Now that's a great run through the middle.
Just should have kept going. His eyes forward.
Kyle Potter again.
Yep.
And now it's out wide to Rainey. Those two players have both been instrumental in
It's
the
a good
effort
ball.
so far. Great ball to the top of the D. On the reverse, he takes a shot, blocked by the defenders. There's a good little block there on that reverse stick shot because that was going to fly.
Such a great ball by Rainey.
Yeah,
and
it
just
was.
positioning and good connection. That was what was missing in the first half.
Now, what can Wesley make out of this one? It's an interesting back between your legs ball there from Potter, but unfortunately it's no avail.
Yeah, he was wanting a free hit there. I think might have just rolled onto a foot, but again, you're playing that with a lot of risk.
A great turn there. That's some good work from the Aquinas player. Now back with on the right here.
It's Rourke.
Well, looking to get that ball across as he
Was a part of the under
there it
18s and
goes into the
21s
D.
WA stuff.
Oh, and just picked off there. Well, that's a great goal from Kleinsmith. He had no right to score that. Absolutely no right whatsoever. And he's picked the pocket, walked around the goalie, and there you go. Thanks very much for coming.
Yeah, it was pretty good when he can steal the ball in the attacking circle. And that's why it's important to press and get the ball in the circle.
I'd gave him no chance there whatsoever. He was on the wrong side of everything for that one.
I remember playing a lot of club hockey against him, and it's something that you just can't leave him alone at all.
And that's a great goal to give the Reds the lead. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter here of the All Flags Signs and Banners Men's Premier League match. Bit of relief there from Aquinas, you'd think, just to get that one goal back in front.
It's important to be leading, that's for sure. They just got to make sure they don't switch off now.
Speculative overhead at best, that one, so it's turned back over to Aquinas. Another interception. Guess who? Just couldn't quite make the most of it. No, that wasn't.
Good ball outside to Aaron Kleinsmith. Earns a free hit. Good ball.
That's a great ball across the top of the D. Overhead. Gives him space and time.
Oh, that's a
Lovely
great
ball in.
receive.
Another chance for his
Chaz.
goal here. Is he on the reverse? Just wide of the post.
That's Jack Hayes, your midfielder, running forward to create as well.
That was a good opportunity to score there. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it on target.
Just that receive from Chaz in that right
Yeah.
pocket and the roll to be able to then create was pretty special. You can see why he scored quite a few goals this year.
Now, it seems like Wasps are definitely trying to hustle a bit harder here. They're trying to make the game, push the game on a little bit. Aquinas seem like they're more inclined to sit back. And here they are into the D. Great turn from Kleinschmidt. Gets around the goal. He threw his pads, but unfortunately picked off on the baseline there. And picks up a free hit, so it'll be Wesley to relieve some sort of pressure. Jeez, he's good on the turn, isn't he?
Yeah, such a great ball from left half. That's the importance of looking forward. A lot of people like to pass the ball around the back all the time, but
Yeah.
keeping your eyes forward, that's when you can create.
It's Potter again.
It's been quite influential after going from a defender into the midfield.
He has. That's not a very good overhead, that one. It's back in Aquinas' hands in the D. He's looking for the shot on the four-stick. Can't get the shot away, but has found the foot, so it will be a penalty corner.
Yeah,
to Aquinas.
just amazing ball again. Aaron Kleinschmidt got the receive of the missed overhead and then quick-fired wrist pass. When the ball's on your stick, you can do what you want.
It's almost to the stage now where you can't. Almost, it's pointless marking Kleinschmidt. You got to cut the pass out to him. You got to stop the pass from getting to him.
Yep, and you got to stop just those basic skill errors.
Yeah. And if your business would like to tap into the thousands of hockey players across both genders and all age groups, email sponsorship at hockeywa.org.au to hear the opportunities on offer. Please, we need you to. And there's the injection from Aquinas. Oh, that's a great drag flick. Klein Schmidt, what a surprise. They lined up just with the one battery there. They weren't even, there was nothing secret about that. Everybody knew what was going to go on.
Yeah, it was actually quite smart because there's a 40-second count clock, and right on 40 he'd pushed. So you get the ability and you get more time to be able to flick and flick anywhere in the goal.
That was a great flick. Yeah. Of course, Chris, you know a few things about flicking at goals, don't you?
Yeah, I've scored a couple of lucky goals in my time. Just a few for Australia. I think 116, but
who's
counting?
How's Wesley? They've got all the work in front of them now.
It's an important skill.
Oh,
as you can see in the Olympics, if you've got a good drag flicker, that can be the difference between winning a game or tournament.
Oh, good ball into the D. It's Wesley with a chance. Big hit, and it's wide. They had two snaps at that biscuit. Couldn't get it.
First Robinson and then Jamie Walsh.
Two very good opportunities. They had time to really lace that ball, but not to be. Great intercept there. That's I'm not sure how many free hits were there, but still Wesley with possession of the ball.
I think that was Adrian Lockley. He knew there was a foot there. He's quite
a
gentlemanly player.
Again. Gee, he's got to turn to speed, but the Reds defender's done well there to get his stick onto it and find a long corner.
2 balls on.
Just 12 seconds to go, so they've got to get this ball in and they've got to get a short corner. And that's what they try and do, but that's gone way over nowhere, and that will be quarter time here at the Perth Hockey Stadium for the All Flags Signs and Banners Men's Premier League. Reds blew the game open slightly in that quarter. Wasps came back to level the score at 1-1, but Reds have put on another 2 to lead 3-1 here at three-quarter time. We'll be back with more shortly. And welcome back to Curtin University here at the Perth Hockey Stadium. It's the All Flag Signs and Banners Men's Premier League match between the Reds and Wasps. And it's the Reds in front, 3-1 here at three-quarter time. Broke the game open the last couple of minutes of that third quarter with a couple of very well-taken goals. And have pretty much control of the match at the moment, although the way the Wesley is taken to this second half, they still think they're in for the chance. They haven't given up.
Yeah, they're breaking with a bit more speed. They've got a bit more urgency to be able to create some opportunities. So they just got to be careful leaving Kleinschmidt. Like we said at the start of the game, can definitely create some opportunities.
If you're wondering why I don't sound like Ashley Morrison, it's because I'm not. I'm John Lee. I'm joined by Chris Sorello. Ashley's up in Tokyo at the moment, doing some calling up there. You might have even been fortunate enough to hear his dulcet tones in some of the commentary. And good luck to him for the rest of the Olympics. But we're here at the Perth Hockey Stadium, and that's a good ball from Potter, but you don't get them by playing behind. Now it's Aquinas in possession. Lovely ball inside. That's Chaz Davies.
Good
picked up a heavy tackle
by Potter.
Yeah, it was.
Stick was on the ground. Rainey with some skill. There he
There
goes.
he goes. He sold the dummy there nicely. Back into the middle of the field to the best there. Throws the ball wide. That's a good ball
I
to
think
space.
and he's coming off injured too. I think he was getting some work at half-time on his back.
But he's not a happy chappy either, Rainey. Might not be seeing him for the rest of the game. Still Wesley in possession. Potter there throws the ball back.
So a bit of a back three from Wasps here.
Yeah.
A bit more space from
That's a
Brandon
good ball
Gibbs.
into the D, but unfortunately, no one there to pick up on it. So it'll be a relieving free out to Aquinas. A bit of confusion over where the ball is or which ball.
2 balls on the field. They were talking about that once, not long ago, trying to introduce 2 balls. I think it'd be just a little bit dangerous, especially the way some guys can hit backhand and overhead the ball.
I thought that was an April Fool's Day joke, actually. But anyway, let's stay back with the game. Here's Aquinas breaking down the right. Couldn't break through the defence of the Wasps there.
Intercept Joel Minton.
Yeah, Paul Robertson now out on the left wing. Great ball to the inside to Best, but he just can't control it. And he's gone straight into the back of the Aquinas player, so it'll be a free hit against. Nothing much in that one at all.
No, just knew the contact was coming. Just paused long enough to take it and get the free hit. As a defender, you're happy for it always to be out of your area. Don't have to make anything special.
They seem to be playing a little bit more patiently than Wesley at the moment. Nice little nudge there in the back of Kleinschmidt, but not picked up by anybody. And that's into the D from Aquinas.
I think that's Chaz.
On the baseline, yeah, it is Chaz Davies. It's interesting tackling going on there. He's managed to pull up the penalty corner. I thought the 2 blokes tackling him at the same time, it looked like there. No one getting anywhere with the ball, but he obviously used his strength to get out of that. Doesn't look like he's a big, huge fella, but
no, just
got a lot of
good
strength
centre of gravity.
yeah. And it was I'm not sure how he actually got the ball out between those 2 other sticks.
Just strong on the ball. I think he
Yeah.
had to stick on the ground as well and just fought through it, which is really important.
Now this time Aquinas are they lining up with 2 batteries?
Just one battery in the
Just
middle.
the one battery. It looks like they've got a variation standing next to Kleinschmidt at the back there. Here's the injection. Kleinschmidt rolls out wide. So that's a great shot and a great goal.
Brodie Foster.
Oh, they're the ones you don't like letting in as a goalkeeper, but sometimes there's not much you can do about them when they get, when blokes like you, Chris Sorrello, get hold of them, there's nothing you can do about them.
Well, I once coached him years and years ago when he was at Southern River Hockey Club prior to moving. But it's all about making sure you refine your technique and then being able to execute, especially under pressure. Makes it a little bit easier at 4-1.
It does, and that takes the pressure right off Reds. You think they'll be quite happy to just soak it up now. Just over 11 minutes to play, so still plenty of time for Wesley to make something of a comeback and even try and force a draw, you might think, but
just back of the stick there.
There's a bit more vocality in the crowd at the moment.
Yeah, I think, they might not have agreed with that decision.
It's a nice ball to the inside, but well defended from Wesley. Unfortunately, come off the back of the stick there. So it'll be Aquinas into the 25, looking to charge into that D, but thrown wide. Here comes the ball, but
that's Hayes now. Quick free hit, that's what creates a lot of opportunities.
I didn't even notice he'd taken it. That's how quick it was, but unfortunately he's thrown that one away. It's Wesley breaking now.
Got to go forward.
And he's come wide. It's a loose player.
Brent.
And bring to Bess again.
In the thumbsticks.
Cuts in. So that's a great ball. Just enough of a stick there from James Winning just to put the ball off its path, because that was into space and into the run of a player who was going to have a shot.
Nearly a one-on-one with the goalkeeper there.
Yeah. There's some good defending there too. Now, you get the feeling that Aquinas might be starting to feel a little bit hungry. And they're working it away into that bottom corner again. And it goes into the D. Oh, lovely pick-off there from Kleinschmidt, and he's forced the penalty corner. That was a great pick-up once again. If it's around his feet, he's going to get it.
He's got an amazing eye, and the ability then to see the way he can drag on different angles is, it's a good clinic for some kids to learn.
The defender looked like he had that under his control totally and just had to roll it out of the D, and Kleinschmidt came from nowhere.
It's those basic skills. You saw the ball come in, and it was 1, 2, 3 missed traps, and he was the one that trapped it on his back stick.
Yeah. And if we're picking players of the game at this stage, it would be him. He's been fantastic up front for Aquinas.
Absolutely.
Here's the injection. Oh, looking for the layoff there, but the ball's been deemed to be dangerous, having come off the Wasps' stick, so we'll have another short corner.
So Brody Foster's obviously off. He's the number 1 flicker at the moment, so they're looking at some variation.
Then that was meant to go to the attacking postman, if we can call him that.
Yeah, the injector, straight back for a deflection.
Comes out again. He's got time this time, but the umpire's blown the whistle. I'm just trying to figure out what's happened there. I think it's to be another penalty corner, is it?
Yeah, so the right hand, we call him R1 or R2, ran in and broke the circle prior to the ball being pushed in.
Okay.
So although it would have been a goal had he not run in, they will then take it again. He has to go back to the half line. If that was a little confusing.
Oh, it's a hockey rule.
Well, there's not that many.
No, that's true. Here, okay, another shot. He's got time again. Oh, laced it in straight into the goalie. It was a good save, but he struck that ball well. And it's been given a 16. I'm not sure what happened in the end there. Must have come off someone's foot, I think, or the back of a stick, but it was a good save.
They were coming for the deflection, just hit his stick and went over the back line.
And that was thrown forward for the Aquinas forwards, but not to be.
So you can see the issue here. There's a lot of...
Oh, great. Well picked off.
There he is again.
Yeah. But couldn't make much more of that. The Wesley is going to get the ball out of there, and they've just bunted it the whole length of the other field. So this does give them a chance, though, to get some composure back. They've been under pressure in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Just settle the team down and get into your position, so to speak.
Yeah. Just need to make sure the midfield pushes up there to make it a bit easier.
That's Kleinschmidt again. That's a great ball deep to the left. Into the D, along the baseline. He's going to have a shot, and that's a great pass. But unfortunately, not to be a goal. I think
Brynda Bears hit him in the middle of the stick on that shot, an open goal. Well defended.
Into the D again, but it's sailed across harmlessly as far as Wasps are concerned for a free out. It was a great play along the baseline there. He got the pass in across into that dangerous spot in front of the goalkeeper, but just wasn't to be.
Good connection. Just it was a great save.
Yeah. A nice big crack on the stick there. It's been interesting though, the last couple of penalty corners they've chosen to hit the ball as opposed to drag flicker to play a variation looking for a deflection. It's been the old-fashioned have a crack.
Yep. So just because it wasn't pushed too cleanly or straight, and then you talk to any trapper, they want to have a shot.
Yeah.
If it's off just a little bit, I've had a few interesting discussions with trappers over the years from all different areas and countries. Just take one extra step and then you trap it, but yeah.
Bit wide with the pass there. So it'll be Wesley's ball from the sideline. Aquinas don't look too rushed or flustered at the moment whatsoever. They know that it's Wasps that have everything in front of them. They have to do the work. They have to make the breaks. And they're breaking down the right here. Looking for a way into that D. Great possession there and a good pass. Into the D. It's picked up there and shot on goal. A reverse backwards swipey scoop thing, I think you'd call it, but it's gone over for a free out.
Yeah, I've just hit the guy within 5 metres and on the body. Made it dangerous. All Kleinschmidt's coming off.
Oh, you'd give him a rest now, I think. 6 minutes to go. 6.5 minutes. 4-1 in favour of the Reds is the score here on the All Flags Signs and Banners scoreboard. That's a nice little ball up to the half there. Once again, looking to work it up pass by pass. Took a deflection, and there's another
Just a heavy
interception. Max Bowman getting his stick on the ball there. Great pickup, unfortunately, just off the tippy toes there. Some good pressure. There goes Potter.
Potter, yeah.
Did her best. Probably their two best players today. As good as and as flashy as Rainey has been.
Yep.
Those two have been the backbone of much of what they've tried to do today, you'd think.
Yeah, I think they've missed him on the field actually with those little connections and touches that he offers. But I think they've got a few injuries looking at in the crowd at a few people sitting out. And then obviously Cale and a few guys working, which is...
Oh, that's a great pickup from Davies. He's burst into the D, onto the reverse, has a shot, but straight into the keeper.
Back stick.
Yeah, called it for back stick. So it's... Oh, picked off again. Just about to walk out of danger there, but Reds have the shot. Oh,
Jack Hayes.
And it's straight across the face of God. Now that was a cracking shot too. Just not quite the right direction.
No, he's a good athlete.
Made plenty good contact with that one. Oh, nice trap and turn there.
Sampson.
He's
got good skills. Hasn't had a lot of space to be able to use his speed.
Out wide to G and gets the ball off a stick there, so they'll maintain possession.
Little overheads on straight away.
It was on too.
So Aquinas have gone more to a man-to-man because it looks like...
Yeah, it does seem to drip there.
They were one extra man off for a second.
Great run there. It's Potter with possession now, blasting into the D. He's tried to pick up free, and he has. There's a bit of shoulder connection there with...
yeah, Ben Wright.
Bit of a jaw.
He's a tough defender, right?
Yeah. So I want to get something from this game. I want to score now. That's an interesting little scoop over the top there, and it's unfortunately gone straight into the D, according to the umpire.
Yeah, just landed on the line.
Yeah.
Which is in the D.
So that will be a relief for Aquinas, and they've played it, just thrown the overhead long and hard, and Reds are going to run onto it. The goalkeeper comes out. Oh, Adrian Lockley there, his eyes lit up. He thought he had it all in front of him, but well done to the Wasp goalkeeper. James Richardson, he met it at the top of the D and cleared the danger.
Yep. Just shows, again, a quick early free hit. You can get a good opportunity out of it.
Now it's Aquinas again deep in that right corner. There's another overhead near the D, and it's thrown all the way back to pretty much the centre of the field.
It's funny because Wasps have had 9 men on plus a goalkeeper, so 10.
That's in, and it's shot, and it's a goal! Oh, that was well taken. Very well taken.
Is that Chaz?
It is.
Davies.
Chaz Davies, he's added another one to his tally, and that was a great trap, a great turn, and a great shot.
Yep, nice and balanced on the shot.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
He's probably learned that from his father, I'd say.
A lot of poise, a lot of poise.
I was going to say, at that point, Aquinas actually had 11 men on the field plus a goalkeeper. So, yeah, I don't think it was picked up by the umpires. Just looked like there was one extra man for some reason, and there was.
Now that's blown the score out to 5-1 in favour of the Reds. There's just on 2 minutes to go, and in some ways that scoreline's a bit of a pity. As much as the goals have been great, I don't think it's a real reflection of the effort that's gone in from the Wesley team.
No, that's right. It's been quite competitive, both ends.
They played on there. Lachlan Sampson. Now the ball moving wide to the right and back into Sampson. He gets a nice little bunt on, but just not quite enough. Get Potter through. So can they find a consolation here in the last minute 40? There's the ball into the D, but no power on that hit, and it will be easily cleared by Aquinas. And I think they might have decided, why don't we just throw an overhead every time? Get some bloke to run onto it.
That's important. Use the young guys and their speed, and then make sure they're
Just
focused on
didn't
the
get
basic
his
skill.
body around the ball there, Joel, and it's gone over the sideline, but I don't think that's going to have too much effect. That's a good ball down to Davies again, but picked off in a good tackle. Matheson G.
Jack Hayes again.
Cross once again into the D. The ball's bobbled around, a big swipe there. Ooh.
Adrian Lockley.
Yeah, that was more like a pull shot, that one.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to see that again and see how high Foster jumped.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the ball was going higher.
And comes out wide here for Wasps. Good control and possession. A nice little pass to the Bess. Just good tackle. Can't quite keep control. And here comes Aquinas breaking again. Good ball to the right there. It's Davies again. He's shooting straight across the goal. That was set up for that little seagull, wasn't it? Throw the chip out the back and bang it in.
Yeah. That was good connection play.
Yeah.
A few good players in that. Kleinschmidt, and you got AJ, and you got just shift.
Well, I think that's going to be about it, folks. Hooter's about to go. It has been a commanding performance in many ways from the Reds here at the Perth Hockey Stadium, running out winners over Wesley and South Perth. 5-1. A tremendous effort from them. Some fantastic goal scoring too, and both from the field and from penalty corners.
Just the way they shifted the ball, they definitely deserved the opportunities they got, and then the ability to then execute.
Well, thanks for joining us here at the Perth Hockey Stadium here at Curtin University. I'm John Lee. I've been with Chris Sorello, of course, Ashley in Tokyo for the Olympics, so we'll be sitting in here for the next game coming up later tonight in about 15 minutes time. I think it'll be Wasps and Lions, and of course next week as well. But from me, John Lee, and from Chris Sorello, thanks for your company. It's Wasps 1, Reds 5, and congratulations to Old Aquinas on their victory here tonight in the All Flags Signs and Banners Men's Premier League.